Sunday! Welcome to the studio. Yay, I'm glad you're here. This is the last week for 100 Days of Collage. Can you believe it? We're going to create with a colour scheme closer to home. Can you guess what it is? We're going to reach 100. So join me in the studio as we create the last 6 collages in week 13 of 100 Days of Collage. So, did you guess what colour scheme we're doing? Yes, that's right. We're doing black, white and red, and I'm so excited. Yes, I love this colour scheme. You might have noticed there's a few elements around my house in these colour schemes. And I've got so many fantastic leftovers. We've got a couple of black handmade roses, and of course I have some glorious red ones. They look fabulous. We've got some beautiful beehive in both black and white. What's not to love? And there's a heap of white papers I have left from White on White Week. Didn't you just love that? I loved it, kind of. I've got some of this that I'd sprayed with licorice, and I've got some of this paper that I really love. So I'm going to have a bit of fun playing with one of my favorite color schemes. Yay, it's going to be great. Now, where are we going to start? Can you believe that seriously, this is the last week of the 100 Days of Collage? Can you believe it? We're going to hit 100 collages this week. Oh my gosh. I think I'll start with these. Yes. This was actually an overspray from when I was spraying one of the roses. And then I sprayed the paper with one of the glorious saturated red spray inks. Don't know which one. What's going to go on top of this? I'm thinking some of this glorious white paper. I painted this during White on White Week. Don't you just love it? I mean, by now you should have such a fabulous hoard of papers from all of the colors that we were doing. And I just think that is just so much fun. I'm going to trim this down so it leaves that fabulous black edge. I did have fun doing that with the black and White on White Week. Yes, I'm going to put that there. And I'm loving this one. So I think I might just trim it down so it's not so straight. I mean, that was a little crooked. Perhaps I could have done it less crooked than that. But, you know, that's how it goes. The colour is so saturated. It was probably one of the Dilutions Postbox Red, I think it was. Amazing colour. So, do we want to put that on there like that? Then what are we going to put on it? Well, you know, I do have some fabulous handmade roses paper that was sprayed with licorice. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. That could go on there. And I have all sorts of other black and white papers and just white papers. So, you know, options are rather endless. That's all I'm saying. This is a very nice piece of craft paper. That kind of looks cool together. I'm liking that. Let's just take the straight edge off it because we don't want, you know, we can't be too straight. Just chuck that off there. Loving the patterns of the black and white on there. So, do I want to take it over the edge or leave the edges with the black? Yeah, I'm liking the black. Okay, going with the black. Do we want that side or that side? Maybe that side can go up a bit higher. This one can go there. What about that? Yeah, I'm liking this. Look at us go. I'm thinking this is okay. Now, we need something else. Maybe I want the raggedy bottom. Yeah, I'm feeling a little raggedy. Maybe we'll keep the raggedy bottom. And we'll put that there like that. I'm liking this. But, you know, we do need something else. So perhaps we'll have a little scrounge in the scrap bag. Love my scrap bag. Oh, that's pretty nice with the red crosses. I don't mind that. Or what about this one on a lighter background? That might work a bit better. Would show up better on the black. Which one do you like better? That one or that one? Yeah, I think that one shows up a bit better. Or that one. Oh, I don't mind that. Maybe I do like that one. Maybe I do. Righto, let's just start by being all moody. Oh, what about some circles? Too much already? Too much already? What about, are we allowed to sneak in a little bit of gold? I think so. I think gold is always allowed. Maybe just a little. What about under there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe we want the other crosses back. If we're going to add some gold, maybe we want this one back. What about if we just had 2 instead of 4? All right, what about that? Then we've got 2 there for another page. That's pretty cool. You just got to keep fiddling, right? Keep playing. Oh, yes. Until it sings and says, yes. Loving it. Right, I'm doing that. Okay. This is going to be fun. What about this side? My favorite messy stencil. And I'll need to keep that scrap bag pretty close, I'd say. What about we add some of this, which is also some of my favorite paper. That needs to be a torn edge because that's a bit too sharp. Oh, yes. Yes. That's all I'm going to say is yes. Let's tear that off the edge. Now, what red are we going to add? Because clearly we have to add some. So that's going to go on there. And that's on there. What do we want here? Well, I've got a beautiful handmade rose in a few different ones. Actually, I've got so many. Why did I spray so many? We don't really know. But I did spray quite a few. So that's an option. And that looks pretty groovy and I'm pretty happy with that. And that is definitely an option. Or we could put this on. I don't know how it will look, but I did pull it out of the drawer. When I was doing the red wig, I think it's ink. Oh, I like it that way. It's just ink that I painted with a brush and flicked it onto white tissue. So let's try that and see what it looks like. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I'm thinking because it's on white tissue, if I don't like it, I can just stick the other handmade rose on top, right? There's always solutions. You can always find something else. I think that's what I really love about collage is you can just keep working on it until you're happy. And if you're not happy, well, then you mustn't be finished. It's quite simple, really. I'm liking the splatter. I think I should leave some of the splatter. And it is tissue, so it should dissolve quite nicely into the background. And I would be really interested to see how that looks. If it looks no good, I'm going to stick the handmade rose on top. See? Like that. Yes! See? We've got options. Righto. So I'll stick these pages down and we'll see where we're at. Yippee! Can you believe this is week 13? 13 weeks. That's over 3 months. We've been doing this project for 3 months And at the end of this week, we will have 100 collages. Oh my gosh, it's just so crazy to fathom. Oh, that looks good. Oh man, it's a little crooked. Oh, now it's better. Yay! So this paper does reconstitute when you put the matte medium on it. Just know that. It just does, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. You just have to, you know, tread carefully if you don't want color everywhere. But it looks cool, right? I'm liking it. It's looking very cool. I had to sneak a little bit of gold in. Gold is always allowed. And it's only a little bit. So, meh, I'm loving it. I'm loving the white on the red. And I'm loving it, oops, against the black. Had black on my brush. The white on black, I used the edge of the black art journal for that design. And I really liked it. So, I did it again with this one. And it looks cool, right? It's kind of funky. Yes. I'm liking that. That looks awesome. Sometimes it's a little hard to keep it all neat because the inks want to smudge everywhere, but I just keep a damp cloth next to me and wipe as you go. And don't fiddle. Righto, so this background's down and I'm definitely, yes, going to continue with this idea. It's going to go right there. And like I said, if I don't like it, and it doesn't look as good as I had hoped, I will put the other handmade rose over it. I've learned quite a lot doing this series about myself. I had a lot of fun with the collages and the themes, and I've really enjoyed your company. Oh my gosh, it's been amazing. I love seeing what everyone's posting in the Facebook group. I love that you leave me comments on the ones that you like or don't like, or the ones you like's better. But I just love it. I love that there's been so much incredible participation with this project. Oh my gosh, that has just been so fun. Hey, that looks all right. That's not so bad, right? We'll see how it looks when it dries, but because it's on tissue, I think it looks cool. I'm going to do that again. That was just a brush with ink, red ink, onto white tissue when I was playing around with different ideas for the red week, and then I splashed it. And look at it. It looks pretty cool. So should we leave it alone? Do we want to add something to the center? I'm really liking the way this has got that tiny bit of gold up there. Almost looks like fire with that. You know, we could just give it a little spritzer of the glorious gold mine. Oh, just a tiny little spritzer. Just because gold is always good. So that looks fabulous. I don't even know if you can see that, but I can see it and it looks glorious. It just needed just a little bit of bling. And you know, bling is awesome with any color scheme. Just going to wipe off the overspray so it's focused more on that area, because it's got this whoosh kind of movement going that way, which I'm just loving. Yay! Yay, 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 yay for our last week of collages in our 100 days of collage. Who would have thought? My gosh, what a fabulous collection it is. Did you see the glorious digital collage papers that I released last week? Oh my gosh, I just love them. It's such a fabulous collection. It'll forever be my favorite because I've just had the best time. Righto, I'm going to leave that alone because I'm really happy with that. Now, what about we put a bling ring on it? We could do that because I did spritzer some gold on that side. Yep, you know, we just might have to. Well, I don't think I'm going to use my standard bling ring maker, which is this one. It's my favorite because that's such a perfect circle. And this is not. This is more of an oval shape, but I just want to add a little bit of bling. So I'm going to use this toilet roll And I kind of pushed it into more of an oval shape. And it's kind of a wonky oval, so, you know, that works for me. Little bit of beautiful golden iridescent bronze fine. Now, toilet rolls are a lot thinner than the other bling rings that I like to use. So I just wanted a nice fine bronze line to add a little something else. Yay! Yippee! That worked well. I just wanted a little something for there. And then it also picks up the metallic on that side. I'm pretty happy with that. I like the splatters. I like the shape of it. I like the roughness of it, really. Yeah, I really do. I think it goes well with the messy writing, stencil, and bubble wrap looking paper. Yay! Okay, the first 2 pages of red, white, and black week look fantastic. They need to dry. Red, white, and black with a little bit of bling. There's always got to be a little bit of bling. Righto, I'll let this dry and then we'll do the next 2. So this is technically 95 and 96. We're inching closer to the 100. Right, the pages are still a little damp. You can tell by the lovely wave formation. But I want to move on because I'm on a bit of a roll. Momentum is happening. So we are just going to put some baking paper in between them so they don't stick. And keep going because it's fun. Now, why do I like this color scheme? I don't really know. I just do. When I found my way home and found my birth family and history and culture, I did find that Maori culture is strong in red, black and white colors. Maybe it's genetic. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just me and how I was made. Now I'm going to use this magnificent piece of paper. It's called Moonscape. I bought it from camipaper.com and you might have seen me use a piece of blue Moonscape in the blue week. I'm really not sure which side is the front and the back. I don't think it matters. It's kind of really cool and waxy. I just love it. And after I bought the blue one, I had to go back on and have a look and buy red because red is awesome. So that's what we're going to start with. Now I'm going to put it on both pages. Yes, I am. I'm going to put that right across the page like that. What am I going to do after that? I'm really not sure, but I'm definitely going to do that. Perhaps I'll trim that down first so it's not so much to work with. So what do I want to add to my fabulous moonscape? Beautiful paper. I think I might add some of that on there. That's dramatic. And then we need some white for sure. We could use some of this one. That could be nice up there or even over there. That's really nice with the white and the silver. Or I could add some of this. Ooh, I like this idea. I really like the way I left some of the black around some of the shapes. That's been really fun doing that. It's not something that I found easy to do. I'm usually the kind of person that likes to cover my entire substrate in either paint or paper or whatever I'm doing. Leaving bits of it is not something that I find easy. It just doesn't come natural. I like to cover everything. What is that? I don't know, but I do. So leaving pieces of the black around the edge from the art journal has been really fun. I'm liking this piece, probably not that much. These marks were made with my fabulous pastry brush. Absolutely love it. And I'm going to put some of this. I love the freedom of these marks. This is one of the handmade papers with the seeds that annoy me because they keep dropping out. So if I put that there, that's a much better edge. I like the torn edge better. Now I'm going to use some of this. I like this paper. This is pretty cool paper. Maybe we'll put some of this over there. I like putting the craft paper in with the specialty papers or handmade papers, textured papers, jelly prints. It all works. Well, I think it all works. Absolutely love collage because there's such a freedom of expression. Really, as long as you like it and you can stick it on that page, then sure, just use it. Why not, right? Oh, I like that white edge against the black. That's pretty cool. That's pretty darn. Maybe we'll put that up there because I'm liking that, leaving that. And then we could add some white. Which white? I'm not really sure what I want to do with these pages. I've got lots of materials around me in the red, white and black color scheme. I just don't know which ones I really want to put on, but I know I'm going to use my beautiful red moonscape as the base. So I'm going to put that on and then pretty much I'm just going to wing it from there. So, you know, if you find that some days you're just kind of not feeling overly creative, I don't know if that happens for you, but for me, sometimes that does. I'm a little tired perhaps, or a little moody, or a little hormonal, or whatever, Trevor. You know, some days you're just not quite in the zone. So what I find is that if you just get moving, if you just decide on something and start, then the creativity can catch you up, basically. Basically, you just got to get going because creativity inspires creativity. So if you get moving when you're not feeling overly creative, then the momentum of the movement can actually help you to kickstart your creative brain, and then something just might come like lightning. Man, I hope I stuck that on the right side. Oh, man, seriously? I know that I want to use this moonscape. I think it's fascinating paper. Absolutely fascinating. And when we're finished using our collage, we might try and make some kinds of these textured papers. We'll be inspired by them and have a go at playing with some different ideas for making papers. You could probably do this with a stencil. It's just that, you know, it was there and I bought it and it's beautiful. What can I say? I can be lazy like that. That is beautiful, but I don't know what I really want to do. So if I just start and get moving, I'm pretty sure the momentum will happen. Here it comes. Here it comes. It's coming. It's not yet, but it is, right? Truly, it's going to come. Now, what I liked about this piece, and I'm totally doing this piece, is I want to put it on this edge of the black because I think it's the white edge next to the black looks fabulous. Absolutely love that. I just love that. Let's move it up there. Look at that line of the white. I think that looks just fun. That's fun to me. So we're putting that right there. That's as much as I know. Next, we're just going to wing it. We're just going to have a look around at what's laying on the table. I mean, how hard can it be, right? It's red, black, and white. It's not a difficult color scheme. It's going to be okay. We're not trying to be tricky here. Righto. That's a great start. Very happy with that. Now, what else have we got laying around? We've got some black. That could happen. And I've got this piece of white. That could also happen. What about we put a piece of white there? Yes, okay, I'm going to do it. How about I almost slightly measure it so I don't cut it too short, because I tend to do that a lot. Now the thing with this paper is quite transparent. So I think that'll be really interesting, and I'm just wanting to play with some multiple layers of these fabulous colors, and I think that'll look beautiful just there. Whoopsies, just there. It's quite like lace, really. You could use lace. This paper reminds me of lace. See how transparent it goes? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yay! This is looking cool, hey? Yeah, it's kind of weird. Moonscape, loving it. We're definitely doing something there, just not sure. And if I come back to this idea, I do like this idea. I think that perhaps it's too big. Yes, it is. But I love, 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 love the freedom of these marks with the pastry brush. It's pretty much one of my absolute favorite ways of mark making. If you want to do a whole class on just mark making, I've got a great one on Skillshare. And I'll put a link in the description. Too much? Yes, too much. All right, what else are we going to put with this? Oh, what about some of this? This is left over from the white on white week. Over or under? Yeah, that'll work. How will it work? I don't know. I think I'll cut a circle. That could be cool. Might have to go and find another secret circle maker from the kitchen. But not the original one, because that'd be too big. It's going to have to be a smaller one. I know. There's plenty out there, right? So I cut a circle out, but I don't really like it. It's not really working for me. See, it's a day. It's a day. So if you're having days like this, where it's not really going exactly to plan, don't worry. We all have them. And today, that's not working for me. Nah, don't like it. What about some leftovers of this? This is a pretty cool piece. It's from my white on white. Yay, that could go there. Could cut it there. Like that. We could go there. That's pretty cool. That could work. And then that can go on top. Like that. That one? Or that one? I don't know if I like this at the bottom here. What about like that? That's a pretty cool. That's very cool. That's cool. I like that. And what about that side? That needs a focal point. Okay, well, we could try one of these. That is not bad. It's not bad. It's not the worst idea I've come up with. The other one was worse. That's okay. What about, ooh, actually, I think I like it better on this side. Yes, I do. It's going to go right there on that side. I'm loving that. That one's done. Right. This one, oh man. What about some of this one? Ooh, I like this paper. This was me doing straight marks instead of my wild crazy marks. See, I can do straight marks-ish. What about if we put it under here? Loving all the texture and the layers. That's what's so cool about red, black and white, is the whole black and white thing you can really have a lot of fun with. If you don't like red, you don't have to. You know, don't stress out. Don't let any of this project stress you, because it's all about having fun and just creating cool pages of collage. So don't get stressed out if you don't like red. Do another color. It's all right. I know not everyone likes the same color scheme. Do I want that there? Because that's being difficult. I want that there. I'm liking that line. I'm liking that. Do I want that? Oh my gosh. See how it goes? I'm just going around the mountain today. That needs a bit of a trim up. Yes, I'm really liking that. I'm liking my straight lines. And if you're not up to the number that I'm up to, you don't let that stress you. Just keep creating them. Keep posting them in the Facebook group. I'm loving that we're doing the project together. So just don't let any part of this stress you out. If you don't like a particular color, you don't have to do it. Just choose something else. really is all about having fun, creating art, and just painting yourself happy. Ooh, that come off all right. Righto. See how things change. All right, so that's going on there. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. It's going to go on there like that. That I'm loving. Okay. Do we want this back on it? You know, I don't think I do. Oh, man. I liked it for a brief minute there. And that's not going on either. Righto. It's just how it is today. Lots of changes. What about that then? That one's too small. Well, you know, we do have quite a few to choose from. We could have a bigger one. That one's way bigger. You know, I don't mind that. Or there's this one. Oh, that's kind of a cool shape. Why did I spray so many? I don't know. I don't know. I was having a moment. I know I put one of each of these in my inspiration packs. Maybe that was why I was spraying so many. I was on a roll. What can I say? That is beautiful. I'm just going to do it. See how that changed? That changed quite a few times. Some days you're just in that kind of a mood. It just doesn't go easy. And you change your mind and move things around, and that's okay. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put that one there. And I'm going to line them up. We've got the moonscape going right across, so we may as well. Yes, I think that's going to be okay. So I'm going to stick all that down. Ooh. And no, stop it. Just stop it. I'm going to stick all that down and see where we're at. Oh my gosh. Then there's only going to be one double page left. This must be 97, 98. Oh my gosh. Oh, can you believe it? I can't believe it. Righto. Calm yourself. We're going to glue all this down and see where we're at. And then there's only one more double page before we hit 100. You know you're going to have to sing with me when we hit that moment. Okay, I'll get this down. Right, so I have all of the layers on and I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. Yay! They've come up really good. They are incredibly damp from the matte medium, so they're a little crinkly, but they'll probably dry up okay. I think it'll be all right. Man, doesn't matter if it's a little crinkly. I'm a little crinkly, so I'm loving the black at the top. When I first started in the black art journal, I kind of struggled with it because I just wasn't used to leaving areas bare. It's just something that I've had. I think it's the whole making sure you cover everything probably comes from some, you know, outdated art school thing. I'm quite sure. But now that I'm used to it and I went through the white on black week, which really helped me immensely with just the elements of design, I'm absolutely loving leaving that little strip of the black art journal. I definitely wouldn't do it if it was the craft colored pages, for sure, without a doubt. I would not leave them. But that's why I bought the black art journal, to try the ideas of leaving some elements. And I am absolutely loving that. I'll probably love it more once it's dried. That looks great. It's fabulous the way the black of the art journal comes through. The transparent areas from the stencils, because that was from the white on white week. It looks gorgeous. Loving my moonscape paper and my fabulous mark making on that paper there. Now, I'm thinking it's a little lacking in the center, so I've pulled out one of my, yes, you know it's going to happen, one of the beautiful black beehive pieces, and I'm going to put it right there, which I think finishes the page beautifully. I'm very happy with it, but I really do love red, black and white. I just do. For whatever reason, I just love it. It makes me happy, you know, and really at the moment, that's a pretty easy goal. Just make yourself happy. Don't get too stressed out about technicalities. Oh man, I'm loving that. That looks beautiful. You can see a little bit of the background coming through. And it's just glorious. Yes, it's that simple. Yes, it is for me that simple. Loving these pages. So I'm going to let these pages completely dry because they were still a little damp from the previous 2 pages. So I'm going to leave these to completely dry, and then we've just got one more double page spread to reach 100. Oh, I know. All right. We'll be back at it tomorrow after the pages have dried overnight so that they're completely flat. And I can't wait to do the last 2 collages in this absolutely fabulous series. I have loved it so much. Right, so my pages are all dry and looking beautiful. Righto, so I'm going to move on to our very last 2 pages for our 100 days of collage. How incredibly exciting is this? Yes, you know, there's going to be singing. So what are we going to do? I have quite a few pages to use. I've got some glorious white pages here. I've also got some other red pages from different gel prints that I have. And I've got some mark making. So, you know, look at it. Look at it. It's just fantastic. I've also got this, which is really cool. This one's a stencil from the Chinese website. That would look cool on the black and white. And I have some of this Asemic writing from PM Artist Studio stencil onto the white paper when I was doing the white on white. And that's pretty cool too. So, you know, all of this can go on our last 2 pages. How are we going to put it on them is the question. Man, so many glorious papers. I love it. Now, we could put this here. That would be very cool because the black of the art journal will come through and you'll be able to see some elements of that. I do like that idea. I also like the idea of putting some of this on there. I know I can't put everything on there, but we'll see how much I can put on. I'm loving this. Is a pretty cool piece. I mean, that's pretty funky. I love that. And then this is just plain intense. I love intense. So, you know, I have to make up my mind. I think I want some of that as well. Oh, man. Why can't I just have everything? Maybe I'll put that there. Some of this perhaps, some of that. And I think that's fun. Creating the color challenge each week just made so many beautiful papers that, you know, it's pretty easy to make fantastic collages when you've got fabulous papers to choose from. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. I'm pretty excited. Like, for the whole series, it's just created a beautiful collection. A lot of my leftovers I put into inspiration packs, which I sell from my website. You want to check out the link in the description. But I also have some pretty cool ones in my drawers. This is beautiful. That's from the white on white week. Created a whole stack of white papers for that, which I am enjoying right now. So I'm really keen to use this piece. I think that's pretty cool. I love it. With my little dotty mark making, I think, yes, I think I should put it there. What will I put there? Maybe one of these pieces. Ooh, that one's not bad, not bad, not bad. It's an option. Or there's this one. But I think the cream is screaming against the white, so maybe not. What about the black one? Oh, yes, yes. We have a contender. How about that way? Righto. There it is. That way. Okay. Right, my pages look great. They are all a little sticky, but it's okay. Now, this paper, sometimes the ink reconstitutes when you're spraying things. This one here was paper packaging. I bought something from somewhere and it arrived in a box with some white paper. So I'm like, Hello. Love paper packaging. Use it all the time. White paper or the beigey paper, really doesn't matter. It's fabulous. I use the bubble wrap to create prints. You just gotta love it. So that particular one I sprayed with an ink that I made up myself. These bottles I get from the cheap shop, like the dollar shop, for like a couple of bucks for a few of them. And this one I had 2 lots of different red inks that were at the bottom of the ink bottle. So you put in a little bit of water, swirl it around, put it in a little atomizer like this, and you spray away. It's fantastic. It creates gorgeous, fabulous collage papers for you to use in your awesome projects. I just love it. I do buy the spray inks as well. I love the ice inks. I also use the dilution spray inks, but sometimes you run out. Well, I do. I run out quite easily, and you've got to make your own. So I have a few of those bottles in my cupboard just for those moments. So what else are we going to do with this fabulous paper? I'm loving the white on the black of the art journal. It looks fabulous, but clearly we have to do something else. I have some of the magnificent black gossamer paper. Yes. Does it ever not look good? No, gossamer paper is amazing. Now, do I want it that wide? You know, I really don't mind it. There's the bottom of the art journal there. So we might put that gorgeous piece on top, and then it comes down to about here, and we can trim that off later. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Shall we use it? It's pretty nice. Pretty darn. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. That's going to go on right here. It's going to look amazing. And I just love the fact that this is the last week of this series. It's like a TV mini-series that's gone on so long. What are we going to do next? Well, that is the question, my friend. That is the question. There we go. That looks beautiful. I love that paper. I'm going to cry when I run out of that paper. I keep trying to scrounge more of the paper. That is just fabulous. I love it. Righto, what are we going to put on over here? I'm loving these shapes and these patterns and textures. Oh, they're just beautiful. You know, I'm pretty keen to use this piece of this stencil from PM Artist Studio because it'll be quite see-through, and I like that. I like that. And that bit of the mark making under there coming through looks really cool. And I think that would look, all right, beautiful. I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. I love these collages with multiple layers. And because of the kind of transparencies of these papers, you see those layers coming through. Look how cool that's gonna look. With the dots, oops, coming through. That red from that fabulous ink. We'll try and keep the paper clean. But the Asemic writing looks fabulous. Oh my gosh, it's so on point right now. I just love it. I love what I love, and I use what I love, and that's that. Can't wait to see how that dries and how much of it you still see. Fabulous layers, yay! What are we going to put for a finishing focal piece on these beautiful pages? I have a few options. I could put a piece of that on, maybe, baby. But, you know, I think if I have a rummage through my boxes, I come up with this one, and I'm pretty much loving this feather. Yes, it came from a craft shop. No, I didn't find it on the ground. But look how beautiful that is. So I'm like, yes, I need to use this. But if I put it there, it's getting a bit lost. So maybe if I put on a piece of white tissue, painted tissue from my white week on there first, and then put it on. What do you think? Shall I do it? Yeah, I think so. I hope it holds down. It's pretty fluffy. I love it. All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick it on and we'll see how we go. This white tissue, I was pretty unimpressed when I made this white tissue. It looked very boring. But when you want to use it for this particular thing, it's not so boring. It just makes a great layer to be able to put that beautiful little feature on, so it separates it from the busy background. Look at that. That is fabulous. Coloring tissue is one of my absolute all-time favorite collage papers. Now, this is beautiful. You got to admit it, it is. So I think I probably want it here. It's a little fluffy. I hope it sticks down. I love using these feathers. They're so cool. They're just so beautiful and they represent freedom. Yes. Righto. So how about we put it right there. Now the spine is a little stiff and it's going to take a bit to take with that glue. So I might have to hold my finger there for a bit. Oh man, why didn't I think of getting my washi tape out? All right, can you hold it for me? Oh man. Yep, I'm gonna get some tape. Okay, look at this fabulous washi tape in black and white, just so darn perfect. We'll get a piece of this, which holds it on while the glue's drying, and it looks fabulous. Loving it. Righto. I want it to stick right there, and that's where it's a little stiff with the spine. So, righto. Ta-da-ta-da. Oh, yes. Looks fabulous. Hope it stays. Stay down, stay down. It looks fabulous. It won't take long for the PVA glue. I used PVA glue to stick. Fluffy, fluffy. Looks pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm liking that. Righto. Beautiful. Ta-da! I'm really happy that I put the white behind it. Otherwise, it would have got lost in the busyness of that background. I'm loving this coming through as it dries. You can see it's stronger. It's a great shape. But we're going to have to put something there. What can I reach? Oh, there's these little crosses. No, too many. I could put a piece of this on. That's pretty groovy. Yes, that could work. What else? What about some of my, oh, I've got a little leftover piece from there. That's possible. A little bit of leftover of the gossamer that I cut off the edge of the bottom. Tiny bit there. Oh, we're getting there, getting there. What about some of my happiness paper? Maybe that instead. No, maybe a square of that. Or do I want to cut the circles out? I could cut the circles out, or we could just tear a shape. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I don't mind that. That with the black, with that, and that. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? No, it's getting there. It's not quite there yet. Maybe not that. Not that. I do like it. I like the idea. I like the shape. I like the size of it. I like this little piece of leftovers. So that could work. Well, clearly this has got to dry, and then we'll have a look and see how magnificent these pages turned out. And then we need to sing the praises of our finished project. Oh my gosh, it's just amazing. Oh, what about one of these? Ooh. What about a white one? Oh, where's my white ones? Where's the white one? My beehive paper. What about a white beehive paper? What about one of these? Maybe this might work. White beehive paper or the bronze bling ring. Oh, the white looks pretty cool. Yes, you got to admit it. The white does look cool. On top of the happiness paper with the black gossamer little leftover piece. Right there. Righto. That's it. That's it. I'm doing it. Fabulous. I'll glue that down. I'll keep holding my feather for a couple more minutes and I'll show you when it's dry. Yippee! Well, the pages have dried and I'm pretty happy with these. I love this color combination. I know it could be a bit strong for some people, but I love it. Look at this. This is so cool. The way that dried up, that looks just beautiful. And of course, I love the beautiful feather. It did stick eventually. The masking tape always helps and it looks pretty cool. I'm glad I put it on that white background. These colors are fabulous. Loving the stencils on here. And I like the way this one has the multiple layers. You can see the dots underneath and you can see some of my fabulous mark making, which continues down the bottom here. I absolutely love it. And my beautiful beehive paper here. I love these multiple layers of the shapes. Yes, I'm enjoying it so much. And guess what? We have finished 100 days of collage. Come on now, sing with me. I'm just so excited. I know that you can't tell how excited I am. I'm just a little excited because this is the first time I've done 100 days of collage and I am extremely happy with the results. So here are the beautiful last 6. The first one for our red, black and white, and the second one, which will be page 95. Page 96, loving that little bit of bronze bling in there. These pages look fabulous. I'm loving the textures on them. 97, can you feel the anticipation? These textures are glorious. My moonscape, come on, what's not to love? Well, with all of this black and white on the gorgeous red. 98, 99, loving it. 100, ta-da! 100 collages. Oh my gosh, yay for us. We are amazing. And I absolutely love the entire series. I think next week I'm going to do a flip through of the whole 100. I think that'd be really cool. That would be really fun. So yes, I'm definitely going to do that next week and show you the whole collection. Oh my gosh, just amazing. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey. Thank you for joining me on this incredible adventure. I have just loved it. And I've learned so much about myself. I've gained some different aspects of collaging and it's really been a whole lot of fun. I've so enjoyed you joining with me. It's absolutely amazing, the beautiful collages that I see in the Facebook group. Now, if you do want to join my Facebook group, there's 2 questions to answer. It's very simple, but that's what gets you in the door. I just need to know that you're a human and not a spam bot. I really hope you've enjoyed this series. It's been quite an incredible adventure. There's 13 weeks of the 100 days of collage. I have them in a playlist on my YouTube. So if you want to watch from the beginning or you missed any of the episodes, make sure you check it out. Keep posting in the Facebook group, no matter what week you're up to. You don't have to be finished, even though I've now reached 100. Oh, you don't have to. If you're not up to that, don't stress. There's no stress. Now, if you want my inspiration pack, or if you want to have a look at my brand new just released digital collage papers, All the links will be in the description, as well as the stencils that I used this week and any other information that I think you definitely might need. Absolutely loved it. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next week.